I fell in love with basketball when I was a little girl. I grew up in the sport. I grew up in the gym. It was a second home to me. I remember sitting on the bleachers and watching my sisters play, just waiting for it to be my turn on the court. When I was in grade 3 was when I really started playing, and I was so excited to be playing with my older sister, Sydney. Fast forward a couple years to grade 8, I moved to Langley Christian and had an awesome year, had a great experience, a great season, and then COVID hit. And we lost the spring season and then the following fall season. And then my club team was preparing to go to a tournament in the States in Chicago, and we had a scrimmage. In the last 5 seconds of the scrimmage, I took a charge, and I knew something was off, but I insisted that I was fine. I went in and talked to my physio, and he told me that he thought I was okay, but I should get an MRI just in case. When I found out the results from my MRI, it came back that my ACL was torn. I was devastated and heartbroken. I kind of knew the journey that was ahead of me because I watched my older sister go through it, but I knew it was going to be a tough year and a long year. I was really frustrated and mad at God and wondered why He would let something like this happen to me. But through this experience, I really needed to lean on my faith and lean on God. It was a battle every day, a lot of hard work, and just a struggle to go into the gym and watch a bunch of people doing things that I wished I was doing but couldn't be doing. I learned a lot through this experience. My mom always told me that you don't learn when things are easy, you learn when they're tough. I learned that God doesn't take you down a road and then abandon you. I learned that He puts people in your life to help you get through the struggles and the tough times to support you. And I also learned that sports and basketball isn't everything. I do love basketball though, and I was so excited to be back playing in my grade 11 year this year. Our team did great. We made it to provincials, and in our semifinal game, it was a battle, and I ended up going down again. And I was devastated and feared that I had torn my other ACL. An MRI confirmed that my worst nightmare came true, and I was going through this whole experience again. But one thing that I'm holding with me and that this whole experience has taught me is that God is always with you, and He has a plan for your life even when you don't like it or expect it. And I'm just so grateful that I have people to take me through this journey, and that God is with me every step of the way.
Grace Bradshaw. Grace is a very driven and passionate young lady. She's contributed so much to our program over the course of the last 2 years, both on the court and off the court. And I think, during the whole process of her rehabilitation and coming back from her ACL injury, she managed our team. I know she managed the volleyball team and just put in a lot of hours. And it was a big part of our success when we won our provincial title 2 years ago. And then this year coming in, Grace's attitude has been, she just won putting team first. Her drive and just her desire to be the best has propelled her, into she's just amazing athlete, amazing player. And, as she's worked with our team, the leadership she's shown us on the court, just as our floor general, just really led our team to have another successful year. And off the court, she was always willing to help, and her servant heart, she would help out with our little grades 3 to 6 program. I know she helped out with reffing and scorekeeping and all that kind of stuff, and just a great young lady and so deserving of the sword.
If you know Grace Bradshaw, you know that she is resilient, kind, engaging, relational. But most of all, I think Grace, as I would describe her, would be servant-hearted. When I started coaching volleyball for the senior girls in grade 11, she jumped at the opportunity of being the manager, which is a bit of a thankless role at sometimes. And what made Grace really unique was she showed up to every single practice. And not many managers come to every practice, every game, every tournament, but Grace was there every single time. And was not just there standing around chatting with the coaches, which was also really fun, but she was the one that was shagging balls behind the scenes. She was filling up water bottles. She was doing all the thankless roles. And I can honestly say she never complained, which is, I don't know, the sign of someone inspirational to me. She's gone through so much, and she's, really dug deep tried to discover what God's doing with all these things that are happening in her life. And yeah, obviously she's in my house as well. And so we've had some really good heartfelt chats about, yeah, what is God doing and why is he doing this to you? And what have you learned through it? And she's come up with some pretty cool stuff. I don't know anyone that has gone through something like Grace has in their sport so young. And she's been labeled as one of the highest potential athletes to come out of this area in basketball. And so I'm so proud to be able to say that I know Grace. But yeah, just to see how much she's using her story to serve other people. And I think that's really what Lightning Athletics is about. How can we take what God has given us and use it for his glory? And a lot of athletes will go really far and play national team and university, but Grace's story, I think, is more impactful because she's behind the scenes, touching so many lives, inspiring so many people, including her coaches.